Hi everybody, welcome to Reality Buzz TV. Actually, this is the second time I'm doing this video because I do it while walking to the office, but then I was like, let me redo it because other people didn't like the fact that I was walking yesterday. Guys, listen, like I said on my other video, you are going to get videos of me being in weird places because I don't have time. But whenever I have time, if I'm sitting somewhere, like I did a video while sitting on my face queue, you're going to get videos like that. If you click and you don't like how I'm presenting the video, just click out. Okay, my people know will stay. So I watched the Real Housewives of Durban episode 8. Okay, and I watched it back to back, you guys, this morning. I watched it when I woke up and I was getting ready, and I'm like, and then I watched it when we were driving up from Durban, and I'm like, how am I going to review this show today? How am I going to review this episode? Because I'm supposed to do it maybe later today, because I have so many issues with it. Okay, number one, we have extra cast members, two of them. We have Emmy's anger, shows up at every scene that Emmy is at, and we have Angel's apologies. In fact, those are like multiple cast members. Emmy is just like angry for no reason, you guys. Emmy is angry. Sisters will be sitting there being like, you're talking to, why are you angry? None of these women have done really that much to you. All they've done is really talk about your business, which is what happens on Real Housewives. You come on, they talk about your business, okay? They talk about your exes, they talk about your sugar daddies, whatever it is, they're going to talk about it. Why are you so angry? I don't think that there's anybody that is offended Amy that much on this show for her to be as angry as she is. She's just showing up angry to every scene. I'm not understanding. And then there's Angel, who does something now and then apologize later. Guys, I do understand that Angel is young and she's figuring impilo out, and sometimes you do go through a situation where you're not gelling with people and you just seem to say the wrong things all the time. But I just feel like some of the things, it's just like you just need to own it, that you were maybe gossiping, and also maybe give up on this idea of wanting to get along with the sides that don't get along, because you can't get along with also Lisha and then Olon. At some point it's either you're standing on your own, or I don't know, then choose a side. Because I think Angel is stuck in wanting to be neutral, but she's not really. Because in order to be neutral, you just have to act matured in a way that when you're sitting with Abu Sorisha, you can have fun with them and all of them. But if you're feeling like they are now talking about the other kids and they're saying something that they're not supposed to do, you can say, but guys, no, dude, let's not do that. Do the same when you're sitting with the other girls. I think what Angel does is that when she's sitting with the other groups, they're talking about the other groups, she contributes. And then later on, she feels guilty about it because she also hangs out with the other group, and then she goes to the other group, and then they are also gossiping, and then she does that, and then she's stuck now, and then now she wants to apologize. I'm like, I don't know, guys. I can't deal with the many apologies. Now, here's another thing. On the cast of Real Housewives of Durban this season, I feel like the casting was not so good, and it's not so much the newbies, it's the OGs kind of, okay? Because Nonku, Jojo, and Maria are one cast member now, okay? They're going to agree on everything. Nobody has an independent mind. They're not going to correct each other. So if we're not getting an individual mind from a cast member, why do we have all of them? If they're going to all say the same thing, agree with the same thing, fight the same cause, have the same storyline, which is fighting the other ladies, why do we have all of them there? I'm just wondering, you guys. Now you have Zama now joining them. So now you have Zama, Sorisha, Zama, Jojo, Nonku, Maria, now having just one mind. If they think something is wrong, all of them think something is wrong. If one of them says something, even if it's wrong, guys, let's talk about the dress situation. Sorisha overheard them talking about somebody's dresses When Sorisha said that, I knew exactly which dresses are those. Those are Slee's dresses, because those are the dresses that all of us have been talking about, because we are all like, Slee, what happened to your dresses from last season? What happened? Did you go to Broadwalk and get the dresses this time? Okay, which is where all of us get the dresses. So I knew that they were talking about the sleep, but when they are asked about it, they're like, no, 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 we never talked about it. It's a lie. And I'm like, guys, we know it's not a lie, okay? We know it's not a lie. We know you talked about the dresses, okay? So now I feel like in the four of them, we're getting one mind, really, because they have to think the same. Even think about it, Jojo went and sat with Sorisha, had a good matured conversation, but when they are in a group, it's a different thing, because the others are going to be, no, Sorisha doesn't like it. Oh, she was just pretending to be sorry. She's not really sorry. So we're getting one mind out of four women. We're getting one brain. So why do we have all of them there? I'm not saying that their friendship is not real. Their friendship is real. They love each other. They're loyal to each other. But that's not what we want on the show. We want an individual. We want an individual. We want an individual storyline. We want an individual mind. So I feel like, why are all four of them there if they're not going to be independent and give us independent personalities? I don't get it. Then you guys, you have Maria. I understand you heard about people coming for your lips. But girl, can you stop coming for people's triggers too? Stop it. Because your trigger might be something in your body, but other people's trigger might be something else, but they're still triggers nonetheless. Okay, so stop saying this thing of calling people kids, calling people babies, but you don't want people to come for your lips, because everybody at the table know that your trigger is your lips. And if you trigger them, they will say something about your lips. You already know it. Okay, so now we have to sit here and keep feeling sorry for Maria, but Maria is also coming for people's triggers. And then there is Unonku now, who's acting all innocent when she was the one that actually made all of us, now think about Maria's lips getting popped. Okay, we thought Maria's lips were big, but we never thought about popping them. The person that made us think about popping Maria's lips was Nonku. But now all of a sudden, when anybody else says, oh my God, we can't body shame. Guys, I don't know this show. I'm like, if I say that this show is like Crash, like the South African Association of Crashes is going to come after me, they're going to sue me actually, because I've said it too many times that this show is like Crash. They're like, no, our kids at the crashes are not behaving this way, okay? They know how to sit at the table, have a meal, and have a conversation. They're going to sue me, guys. And I'm like Jackie Pamot, I don't have money, okay? I don't have 32,000. At least she had 4,000. I don't even have 4,000, okay? So I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to liken them to, because I can't do the crashes anymore. I feel like I've done enough, okay? The lawyers of the South African Association of Crashes that are ready to sue me at this point. I'm like, I can't do that. But I just feel like even it's not high school, it's not crash. I don't know what it is, you guys. I want 7 independent women. Are they 7? Are they 8? I want independent minds, independent women. I want to see their individual storylines. I want to see how different personalities are. I want to see that mix. I'm not seeing it right now. I don't want to lie, you guys. And then there is Zama. I did say last week, like, I'm falling in like with Zama. But you guys, listen, shade is like a bomb. Shade is like a bomb. You can only throw it once and it does the damage that it's supposed to do. And once the damage is done, then maybe you can think about throwing another bomb at a different location. Okay? You can't throw a bomb and then it destroys, and then you go in and you try and the same one, you try and get it, and then to throw it in the same, and then to go and get it and throw it, and then no, shade doesn't work like that, guys. Okay? Shade doesn't work. You throw it once, it damages whatever it's supposed to damage. After that, you are done with that shade. You're thinking about the next one, okay? This Michael Jackson thing, once you said the Michael Jackson thing, it worked last week. We laughed about it and we were like, yeah, so Richard does kind of look like Michael Jackson a little bit. But don't repeat it, girl. Don't. Once you repeat it, it just immediate. Once you throw the shade, it immediately becomes a 1994 shade. Like we're done with it. It's okay. We'll talk about it at the reunion. Never again. Don't say it again. Once you say it all the time, we're like, yeah, girl, like to come up with something new. So she's boring me with right now with the Michael Jackson thing, the Bantinti thing. Okay, you threw it there once. We were like, okay, was Emmy arrested or whatever? We're like, okay, we'll talk about it at the reunion. Don't repeat it. Okay. Then there is also Zama is trying to say that she's building a friendship with Sorisha. I called you, Sorisha. You didn't return my call. How? Weren't you at the table with Sorisha saying that you were not really willing to build a friendship? Now, when you need somebody to bring a dress to you to Drakensberg, you want to call Sorisha. Like, but I've been calling you. You're saying I don't make efforts in our friendship. No, girl, you were calling me so that I can bring your dress for you. It's not that you were calling because you wanted us to talk about our friendship. Okay? So all of them individual, I'm like, 1, 2, bang, and then there is just you guys. One, Slee, come back to the family. Come back to the family. Come back to because hey, the weaves guys are not weaving, guys. I don't know much about the weaves, but I'm like, I know God when it looks nice. I don't know much about the weaves, but I'm like, but angiyazi weave yonhle. I'm like, Slee, boy, come rejoin the family. We don't know how to lay the weaves, so we do this. Come back, Let's come back. And also, you guys, sometimes they're just like not real in a sense that guys, but we can't run away from the fact that, for an example, if you're like, yeah, this person can heal me, but also she can F me up in terms of I don't need to mess with that person. It's just the reality of the situation. So if somebody comes in the room and there's candles and there's a smoke and whatever, they can think, oh, you're talking to your ancestors, but they can also think, oh, hey, don't mess with that one. So why are they acting like that thing is just like foreign? That somebody can say, listen, guys, well, it is witchcraft. Okay? So, listen, you guys. I feel like, I don't know, guys. I'm feeling like I'm Real Housewives because of that. Okay? Now, you guys, there's something with Jojo Aishilo. She's like, I don't want to grow up in a country where race is an issue. I'm like, Jojo, you've already grown up, girl. I'm like, you've already grown. I'm like, this is why Jojo behaves like a child, because she doesn't need, she's a grown up. She's like, I don't want to grow up. Girl, you've already grown up in South Africa. In fact, I suspect you grew up during apartheid because you've never given us your age. You've already grown up in a country that is the way that it is. It's a racist country. You might not have experienced racism, but now we experience it. You're already grown. You already grow up. I was like, I've never heard of a grown up saying, I don't want to grow up in a country that. I'm like, girl, you're already an adult. That's why she behaves like a baby, guys, because she doesn't think she has grown. She still needs, she says she wants a country where she can grow. I'm like, Jojo, you're already an adult. I'm like, that's why they're behaving this way, these women. They think they're still growing up. No, you are now getting old. There is a difference, guys, between growing up and between 1 and 30, you are growing up. Between 30 and 60, you are getting old. Okay? We are getting old. Okay? I can't be sitting over here, guys. Listen, like, when I grow up, I want to, like, seriously, unless I'm joking. She was like, serious. Like, I don't want to grow up in a country. I'm like, maybe I know. Maybe she was thinking about her child. Maybe she wanted to say, I don't want my child to grow up in it. Because, girl, you're an adult, okay? Anyway, you guys, those are my frustrations for this episode. That's why I was saying it's going to be very difficult for me to review. But I will still do it because there is still a lot of things to discuss, okay? Angel has left the trip because, of course, now she's not welcome. Because, guys, listen, khona abantu who can behave a certain way, but they are still accepted around the group, but other people can behave a certain way and then they are kicked off and they are iced out in this group. Okay. Everybody was upset last season when Jojo left the trip, even after her behavior. Nobody said, because no, she should have left Valley because she shouldn't behave like that here. Maria lifted up a church attempting to hurt Angel last night, but everybody is okay with that. Everybody is saying, you know what? You stood up for yourself, girl. Good for you. But it's a different thing for Angel. Okay? We see it. Anyway, you guys, we will meet when I do the full review of this show. But those were my frustrations. If you've watched the episode already, what are you frustrated about? Are you still happy with how the show is going? And guys, please, why is Amy so angry? I need an answer because, wow.